many visitors to Scotland, tartan is a typical tourist gift. Millions of kilts, wraps and scarves in the distinctive design are bought every year, given to friends and families across the world. But wherever the patterned material ends up, its origins are deeply entrenched in the valleys or glens of Scotland.
In Scotland, because of the topography, the glens were very isolated, and what happened was that each community in its own glen would probably have its own weaver. That weaver would produce his favourite pattern. Everybody would tend to wear it, so that tartan became associated with the glen, with the geographical area. But over time, that recognition was transferred to the people who wore it. And that really is where clan tartan started.
Even today, it's thought tartan is the only fabric in the world which allows the wearer to make a personal statement about their family. But even if people don't have Scottish roots, it seems they still love tartan because of its stylised design. There are now nearly 7,000 different patterns registered with the Scottish Tartans Authority. 120 new designs join the list each year. Now there's yet another tartan, but this one's a little bit different. It's been developed for the Chinese as well as for the Scottish and was created rather appropriately in the birthplace of Scotland, here in the county of Angus.
When you do design to begin with, especially when it's just a computer image, it's very difficult to imagine what it's going to look like in the final woven cloth. First of all, we went for colours, so I started off by thinking about the flags of both countries. So we have the blue and white of the Scottish saltire and also the red and yellow of the Chinese flag. But that didn't seem like quite enough colours, and so I decided to add a green, which is a traditional tartan colour, but also fitted in very well with the fact that the Chinese and Scottish botanists have a very close collaboration. And in the Edinburgh Botanic Gardens have the largest collection of Chinese plants outside China itself.
The local Chinese community and the Chinese students here are excited about this idea. They have already tried to buy this tartan, to wear this tartan, to attend important functions such as wedding. And the tourists, when they are here, if they can find a scarf made of the Chinese tartan, I'm sure they would like to buy it, because already I have found that the Chinese tourists buy a lot of scarves made of different kinds of tartan back home as small presents for their relatives and friends.
In fact, although the Chinese-Scottish tartan is a new creation, China's association with the fabric goes back thousands of years.
The first tartan was discovered in the desert of Gobi in Xinjiang of China. It was discovered 100 years ago by an Italian. But this tartan was worn by a girl in a caravan 3,000 years ago. Obviously, they were overcome by the desert storm.
For the time being, mills are just weaving to order, and the Chinese-Scottish tartan has to wait its turn behind some of its competitors. But there are bigger plans afoot for a brand of clothing, especially for China.
The Chinese men, I don't think they will wear kilts, but the ladies, fashionable ladies, they will like the high-fashion garments.
It's hoped the tartan will strengthen the relationship between the two countries, improving their social and political ties. And with tourism from China expected to double in the UK by 2010, creators of this new design have every reason to be optimistic about the future.